Here we are in another video on Field of Play TV. As always, I'm with my boy T4. What you saying?
Hey, unfortunately, bro. Unfortunately.
And with us, we got two very special guests. Obviously, we're on the wrong side of it, but they're on the right side of it. I'm here with obviously Moey. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. All good, man.
And
Glad to be here.
I'm obviously here with KP as well. He's also another Gooner. So yeah, two United fans, two Gooners after the game yesterday. Um, I was I can't lie, when I was planning this earlier, I was just gonna go individually and ask you guys what you kind of thought on the game, etc. But I'm gonna be kind of direct with the question, with the first three, four questions. I'm gonna be kind of direct, and I kind of want a one-word answer. I'll be real, so I'll be going T4 first, then Moe, then KP. T4. Um, I'm just gonna ask you two. I'm gonna ask you three questions. I just want one word answers. All right. Um.
Then,
So did Arsenal play well?
no.
Did United play well?
Yeah.
Who deserved to win?
I can't really answer that with one word because I think a draw is the fair result.
That's fine. A draw's one. A draw's one word. That's fine.
Yeah, draw is one word,
Uh,
bro.
yeah, a draw's one word. That's cool. Moe,
Calm.
did on to Moe. Did Arsenal play well?
Okay.
Did United play well?
Okay.
Who deserved to win?
Arsenal.
KP. Same for you. Did Arsenal play well?
No,
Did United play well?
no,
Who deserved to win?
nothing.
Cool. The reason I've done that, yeah, is because obviously there's been a lot of like Arsenal fans been calling United fans crazy. United fans been calling Arsenal fans crazy. They're like, we deserve to win. They deserve to win. Blah blah blah. So whoever wants to take the floor first, on terms of obviously it swung one way in terms of the Garnacho offside goal, and then obviously Arsenal ended up winning it in it. So I'm on the kind of opinion that it was a kind of a well contested game and it could have gone either way. Now, Arsenal fans, I don't know who wants to go first.
Wait.
Why?
KP
Yeah, yeah,
thinking
go.
thing.
Why are we? You both said Arsenal in it, so if any of you want to kind of evolve on them answers, by all means.
Cool. Uh, for the neutral, I'll first and say like I feel like up until the last like 10 minutes, I feel like it was a boring game. Like I feel like not just in terms of like Manchester United versus Arsenal battles, just like in terms of just actual football game. I feel like the quality from both teams was poor. Like the reason why I said Arsenal didn't play well is by Arsenal standard. Like in terms of what I expect from my team and how much I don't think United are good. Like no disrespect, I'm not saying because you guys are United fans. I just don't feel like defensively and like in possession, I don't feel like you guys are good at all. So I feel like if we didn't take the game to you, I feel like in like in terms of in possession, I don't feel like we were our best. I don't feel like we were bad. I feel like we had, if you were to compare the chances in the game, like we had the better chances. Like Havertz missed chance, Saka's chance that he should have scored. Um, I can put Martinelli's chance on the corner, like outside the box, but like apart from Rashford's shot, I don't feel like you guys had a clear cut chance apart from like an actual goal in the game. And we're talking about two shots in 90 minutes. That's not good enough. And you guys might have felt like you had a bit more possession, but your possession was all in your half and amongst your centre backs and your keeper. It didn't
Cool. So,
amount to.
so on the possession bit that you're saying, yeah, I don't think people are remembering where the game was at. You know, the game was at the Emirates. Did you like a United team that have not started the season well, that's come into the Emirates? I mean, the worst thing you could have done was give us possession, which
No,
was which was so weird to see. But either
I
way,
think I think the best thing we could have done is give you possession.
no, because in that for me in that game, bro, like the tide wasn't really shifting, and I feel like if we never had injuries and you gave us that possession, bro, I think we could have hurt you in different
But
places.
but
And
what, what but you're going on a big if in it. I feel like if you think about the game in it, like because it depends how you look at it. So it's interesting to hear your perspective. But like we purposely didn't press you. Like I rewatched the game in it. Like all the possession that you had in the first half was between Onana, Martinez, Lindelof. Do you know what I
and
mean?
what happened when you tried to press us? Because you tried on a few occasions and we got out of the press.
There
Like,
was only one occasion in which you got out of the press, and
nah,
realistically, and
what a different game. Moey, just to bring Moey in your opinion, did we get out of the press once? Just in your opinion. I'm just intrigued to know what
You,
Arsenal fans are saying.
you got out of the press more times than you usually have because a certain person was playing centre mid. But we're gonna go into it later.
I
Right?
don't.
It's easier. It's easier to get through our press when, for example, Odegaard would go. I was seeing it with my own eyes. Odegaard and Kitty will go, and there's a certain centre mid behind him who's just standing there. He's not moving.
Cool.
So it's
Quickly,
easier
yeah.
to get through the press. However, you weren't good getting out. Like if you got out, it wasn't in phases. It was like a bubble or like it was a missed pass and it would go somewhere else. And I think if we pressed properly throughout the whole game, we would have got the ball back more times. But it was like they wanted to press, but there was certain someone who wasn't following them. Because there
No,
was
I
times I
don't.
was
Okay.
seeing Odegaard doing this, and
Cool.
and I know you guys saw it. Odegaard was doing this, and my man wasn't coming. He
Cool.
wasn't coming
Quick,
with him.
yeah. Quickly. This is the only and I just you're saying yeah we didn't get out. We got out of your press once, yeah. And Moe saying we got out of it a few times, yeah. I don't get how it wasn't clear to see that we
But
were getting.
but do you know what get? But do you know what getting out of a press means? Like getting out of a press means like, of course you break the first line, but you don't break the first line to go into the midfielder to go back to your keeper.
Yeah,
You
that's
break
what
the
he was
first
doing,
line to
man.
go into your midfielder to turn out to pass it to either one of your wingers and get into the second phase. You guys
That
never
was
did that.
happening. Yeah,
Like
that was
and like
happening.
and
That's it.
in the goal that you scored, like it was from Havertz giving the ball away.
Yeah,
We actually did press you and
we
we
won the
actually won
ball
the
back.
ball back.
Yeah,
We actually won the ball back and we gave the ball back to you. Like I'm saying, apart from that, you guys actually didn't have any other shots, and they showed the stats. Like I think it was like 43 minutes
You're
in, he had
you're, you're,
78.
you're you're moving the goalpost because I'm not saying that we were excelling in our second phase and our final in the final third. I never said that. I'm
Yeah, but
saying
that
Lindelof,
yeah,
what do you
I know
call
what
it?
I know what you're trying to I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that if you had obviously Varane starting and Luke Shaw starting as well as Martinez and maybe Amrabat in the team, if we had operated with the same press, you guys might have punished us. But I believe we pressed you in that
That's what.
way. But I believe we pressed you in that way for two reasons, isn't it? Obviously, you have one of the best ball playing keepers in the world,
yeah,
isn't
you
it?
can't press
Like
him, bro.
I think Pep said it after
Hard.
the
Yeah,
Champions League final. He said if you go and press Onana, you're
it's
actually
long.
taking the maddest
It's
risk
long.
like you're
Yeah,
doing in your press because you leave yourself very open. And obviously, you man are a transition team. So not giving you guys the space because what we were doing, we were shadow pressing. So we were blocking the passing lanes. Like, yeah, I agree with Moey. There was a couple of times where Odegaard was telling Havertz to follow him in the press, but that was in the second half. In the first half, we actually gave you man no chances apart from our
I think.
mistake. Like
I
I'm
think.
saying, because of you guys like being deprived of depression in a lot of, I'm sorry, possession in a lot of games. Obviously, seeing a game where you're facing a big team and we're not like onto you because we know that we can, it's like raw. But I'm saying if you actually think about the game, like you did your possession or lack of Arsenal press didn't lead to you guys going up the pitch. Majority
Bro,
of the
it
ball
led
was played in your half.
which
I,
we don't do away from home.
What did
So
you say?
as much as you say, yeah, it was your game plan that nullified us, yeah, which could possibly be the case. On the other end of the spectrum, I can look at it as, bro, we were controlling the game in and out of possession away from home at the Emirates. Yeah, it's a fact because the only
No,
the only
you
time
didn't
the only
control no game, bro.
no, wait,
You
no.
control us.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
in and out of possession we were calm. You were only putting us under pressure in spells, in my opinion.
No, but
Throughout
like,
the whole
but
hold
I'm
on, hold
saying,
on.
I'm sorry, go on.
What I think, what the thing with Arteta, yeah, I agree with KP yeah, when you said that. Obviously, I think the purpose was to give us the ball because he thought we're going to give it straight back to you, innit? That was I genuinely believe that, innit? And I genuinely believe he thinks we weren't good enough to get out. and move to the second phase and the third phase of the pitch, innit? So I think that's why Arteta might have said, yeah, that man can keep the ball. Obviously with the Onana the situation as well. But what I think Arteta didn't realise is that us having that ball, even if it wasn't going anywhere, was um what's the word, was in a way kind of positively calming us down. Like, because what you realise is that with United, one thing goes out of the plan and we completely capitulate. So I feel like um if you are, and also with United, if something's constant where we can't get out, we will then result to doing the opposite thing. Which, so for example, if you pressed us immensely for the first 10, 15 minutes and we couldn't get out once, we would have just the players would have decided themselves to just result in hoofing it. So
I'm saying like you guys. Like I feel like the game in the first half, yeah, like as I was saying, like but apart from the Rashford chance, like you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Like I think was that in the second half where Saliba blocked? Was that the second half when Martial had a shot and then Saliba
yeah,
blocked the
yeah,
rebound? Like
yeah, yeah.
you guys didn't
No, no,
have
no,
that many shots. Was
no,
that
no.
second half?
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It was. But I
Like
agree with you, bro.
like
I agree
I
with
feel like
you.
it was more us on the ball was poor.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if we were like when we had the ball, we didn't execute how we would normally do.
So
Like if we
every
did.
you guys basically everything's down to you guys. So
No,
so
like
no,
I'm saying that like obviously you're objective. You're a Man United fan, innit? So you're like I understand how you're gonna look at the game. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I understand how you're gonna feel like I'm looking at the game. But I'm saying like if you look at this as a neutral, like you ask a neutral, how did you see the game? Like if Arsenal and I believe the only reason why we didn't dominate is because we're playing Havertz in left centre mid. Like say we had an alternate player playing there in that first half. I actually promise you, we would have killed you. But that's fine because at the end of the day, in the second half, where the game opened up, like apart from the ending, like you guys didn't have that many chances. You have to actually think about the game.
but you keep saying many chances. Like
Like think about it. The only clear cut chances, like chances where you actually believe you can score, was a Rashford chance and
and you it
and
was off
Garnacho's at the end.
Saka, no?
What is it? We had a clear cut chance in we had two clear cut chances. Have a thing where he completely missed the ball, and
Okay.
Saka where he hit at Onana at the end of the day. Like that. Like let's be real. Those are two clear cut chances that we formed from start, like from our play as well as our first goal. Like
So
we
apart
actually
from
cut you open. What's it
so
say?
apart from that, there was no other clear cut
No,
chances.
but I'm saying like I know my team will always create these chances every game. But the problem is because Havertz is playing left centre mid against a team like you and how you guys defend. Because I promise you, it was not your press. Like it was easy for you guys to like be compact. Like if we had a different player in left centre mid, I promise you, it would have opened you differently. And it's easy for me to say these ifs and buts, but it's just what I see. Obviously, when the game opened up in the second half, like obviously after you guys scored your offside goal, like it was easy. Like I knew we were gonna win. Like I'm not even saying I knew we were gonna win because it's just how we are. Like it's not bad. Like it's not got to the stage where like I actually watch my team and I know what I'm gonna get. Like it's not a guesswork. Like do you know what I'm saying? If United, you don't know what kind of United you're gonna get game to game, or in terms of like you know what how you guys might score your goals, but you don't know whether you guys are gonna dominate possession, whether you guys are gonna press well or not press well, whether you guys are gonna. Do you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm gonna get from my team every week. That's why I'm confident.
I
Like
have no
But
idea how Man United are
clearly
going to
you
play.
don't though. Clearly you don't because you thought so you came into the game yesterday, Sunday, whenever it was, thinking that you were gonna give us possession. You're gonna say that with your
no,
chest.
no,
You still
no,
had
I'm
less
saying.
possession, you know.
No, but I'm saying the way we pressed you was because of Onana. Like I'm saying,
Yeah, he changes that.
Pep
He
said this after
changed that.
Champions League final. He said that you shouldn't press Onana. So like you have to give him the ball because like he's a keeper that
Sorry,
can.
I forgot Arteta. Yeah, sorry.
But it's just logic,
No,
innit?
no,
Like
no.
obviously,
He
Sorry,
he
I
he
just
but
forgot
changes
that
like
it.
Arteta.
but if you're
Out of Pep.
basing if you're basing your
My bad.
performance like on how well you play based on how we reacted on what we did to
No,
you,
bro, I'm not
like
saying.
no, because think about it, all you said here is like we've come to the Emirates and
I kept the ball.
if Arsenal like fam, obviously I agree with what you're saying, but as a big club, Man United, you man finished third last year, right? Won the Carabao Cup. I'm pretty sure you're probably looking to go forward this season. Probably
We
looking
come
to
to the
compete.
Emirates and
Obviously,
keep
I'm
it.
not saying that you guys are ready to. I'm just saying if you're looking at progress, like you're coming to our stadium, man. I know you have poor rate from in the top 9, top 6 teams, but still, Like you're basing your performance based on we gave you possession and am I proud of that? Like, but you guys did nothing with it. Like you
Sorry
know that
to
like, there's different game plan for different teams, isn't it?
sorry
So
to remind you though, like you lot had your full strength squad available. By the way,
we
we
had
had sorry to key players. You
yeah,
saw us bringing on Maguire and Evans. So
yeah.
let's not just act like the game didn't shift based on certain substitutions. If
No,
you
no,
want to do that,
I never once said that your substitution. And obviously, I said like your squad, and unluckily for you, man, you're getting bare injuries. And I'm not one of those fans that will laugh at you. Fam, it's unlucky still. Two of your centre backs got injured in the game. That definitely contributed to it. I'm not saying that's what the reason why you man lost the game at the end. Like obviously, you can look at individual moments, but I'm saying like if like Sanch asked the question in the beginning, like, did I feel like we played well? I said no. Did I feel like United played well? I said no. Who did I think I wanted to win? I said Arsenal. Because if we're looking at the basis of the game, who had better chances, who
I,
probably with their possession converted more into like trying to win the game, who tried to take the game to their opponent, like it was Arsenal, and that's Arsenal in third gear. Like we're not at our best.
Yeah.
Like obviously, yes, you might have injuries, so it contributes, and obviously you have other signings to integrate. Obviously, like Højlund is a very good player, but like you don't know what we're gonna get from United. Obviously, that your fully fit squad and all your new signings in, you don't know how they're gonna play. They could still play dead. They could play good. With
yeah,
what we've seen so far, you man haven't played well, innit? And you haven't defended well. So it's like that's how like I'm looking at the game in terms of I'm like we won it in moments, innit? Like the last minute goal, obviously 100-minute goal. Like you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying that we deserve to win the game based on how we played. Like, but I'm saying like even how we played is better than you. Like you're a bit happy of how you played, but that performance from United was dead. Like, it wasn't good. Like
It
yeah,
wasn't
definitely,
good.
like you can't say it was
Yeah,
good.
it
It was
wasn't good.
definitely
Yeah,
dead.
it
Like
definitely,
even if that was the best performance of your season, it was
it wasn't
dead.
good.
Like I'm
Dead.
definitely
telling you that
Bad.
for free, bro. It
So
was
it
dead.
definitely. It's so easy though. It's and I'll let Sanch come in and Moey in it. For me, in it, it's so easy yeah, for you guys to sit there on your high horse here and say we played. But I promise you, yeah, like if that game ended, obviously it's all hypotheticals and that stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But if the game ended 1-1, you guys would have been fuming
yeah, we
because
didn't play shit. We didn't
But
play good.
you
go
would have
on.
not because of where you're projected to go and things like that. I think based on that performance, I was
No, no,
watching
no.
that game.
I would have been fuming first and foremost because I can't lie. I don't rate Man United's thing. So like
No,
Arsenal at home, we should be winning that game before the fixture is done.
smacking them. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I told Sanch this in the DMs. I said, fam, what do you expect? We should be winning the game, bro. Like what do you mean? What do I expect,
but
fam? Like
but this is what
what?
this. But I was of that notion as well. I agreed. I agreed with you, man.
And obviously,
That
but
I
go
was
ahead,
expecting to for Arsenal to beat us in it.
yeah,
Now, you were talking about progress and stuff. Yeah, we had injuries last season when we came to you, but obviously we didn't have Casemiro and that, and then obviously this season we didn't have Varane, Shaw, etc. In it. I think I'm not saying we were in control of the game, but I think we were as United themselves. They were much more in control of their game than they were last season at the Emirates. I
Bro,
think.
forget
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I'm
think.
saying like it's still it's an improvement for you, man. Like fam, I feel
And
like yeah, like,
and yeah, no, because I think in the first half I think we done okay, but then in the second half you ran us over in it, and then you deserved to, and Ketia deserved to score that winner. Whereas on Sunday, I'm of the notion that if Garnacho's goal, if Gabriel was a couple milliliters
yeah. If you didn't do
on the
that
other
little,
side,
if you didn't do the little
yeah,
smooth finish thing and that, yeah.
if he didn't do that and Garnacho scored, I will be sitting here right now to you, man, and saying that was the perfect away performance.
But I'm saying to you,
Nah,
but this is what I'm saying to you. But
that's
this
a
is what I'm
smash
saying to
and
you.
grab.
But this is what I'm
That's
saying to you.
man,
Moey can probably
crap.
come. Moey
yeah,
can
smash
probably
and
come.
grab.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh
Moey can.
wait.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Moey
I
can
said
probably come into this and that. Yeah, but I'm saying like I hear it in it. Like I agree with you. Like I'm like football is because it's better margins and that. But I'm saying like that's because of your expectation of your team. Like for example, like, okay, cool. You mentioned obviously your players were
Yeah,
injured. Yeah. When we came to Old Trafford last year, we didn't have Thomas Partey and we played Lokonga in midfield. I could easily say if Partey played in that game, and obviously yeah, that's one injury. Like the game could have been different. We definitely would have had more control of midfield. We definitely would have been better on our counter press. All those factors in it. But do I know that? Maybe not in it. But at the end of the day, it's a factor. like you guys had injuries in this game, and I give you that. Like it wasn't your best team defensively, and obviously even going forward. And obviously you have your new striker, who I think is a bad boy. Like we can come into that, yeah. But
Yeah, he looks like
like
he's got guts.
obviously this first game in it, so he's like I can't lie, like he's not going to be in chem with his players. But like, I'm saying, yes, if you had won that game, yeah, it's a good away performance, it's a good away win. You weren't the favourites to win that game, all that stuff in it. But I feel like it's more on Arsenal not playing well than Man United playing well. And
And
yes,
yeah, yeah, no.
you'll take a two
I,
on lead,
yeah.
but it's not like in terms of okay, cool. You man, like okay, what would you take from this performance that you're gonna say? Okay, this is like what we're gonna build a basis on, like for the rest of the season. There's nothing because it's what
Yes.
United
What?
always do.
Yeah,
Like like like
it's one trick. They
it's
have
what
one
United
I
always
trick.
do.
agree.
You just smash
Yeah,
and grab. Like I'm saying, like the same
yeah.
way, like I don't take anything from this game for Arsenal season apart from the fact that we won the game. Like because we didn't play that well, we didn't create as much chances and dominate like the way I feel like we could dominate. But obviously we scored in moments. We won the game in moments. And fam,
And
those
we
three
still
points I think was vital.
dominated.
But it's not like it wasn't a good win. Like I'm not looking at that game and saying, oh yeah, like the way
Yeah,
we
okay, good.
did
No,
this
no.
and that. Like nah, like it was nothing
Go on.
for me.
I want to. Moey, what are you saying? Go on.
So you're basically saying that would have been a great performance based on the fact that you've won, not the actual performance.
My
No,
performance.
no, wait. Go. The reason I say that was going back to KP's point here is that obviously Arteta made the decision to leave us with the football, and I think I understood why he done it because we weren't getting out of that press to cause havoc. We weren't doing that. But the reason why I think it backfired a little bit is because it didn't really give you guys the chance to rattle us. And that's the worst thing you can do to us. The worst thing you can do to us is rattle Man United. Once you rattle Man United, you're in. You're
Yeah,
literally in. So
but
the fact that we were able to hold on to the ball for we were able to have a lot more of the ball than you'd envisage. The game was calm, the crowd was calm.
And you
There
still
wasn't
had
that
less,
kind. No. We're not. I'm not, bro. I'm not arguing that, but it
yeah,
was
I
50.
know what you're saying still, Sanch.
It was.
Yeah,
It was like 49-51, bro. I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah,
we
yeah.
had.
It was
I'm
close
not
still.
saying we had. I'm not saying we had 60% of the ball. All I'm saying is that us having more of the ball calmed down the game. And then the fact that you guys weren't pressing us, especially when we're not great at getting out, it kind of like it gave us a basis to work off.
Yeah,
Okay, they're not gonna
it gives
press
you man
us
a bit more confidence to now start
a
to play
bit
your
more.
game
We're
and that.
not. We're
Like,
not.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
not gonna get rattled. We're not gonna do this. We're
yeah,
not gonna do that. Now, the fact that KP earlier said that the clear cut chances he had was one in the first half and one in the second half. I can't lie to you guys. I expect at the start of the season, I said I expect you guys to win the league. Yeah. If I
yeah,
go away to the Etihad and I only concede one clear cut chance in the first half and one clear cut chance in the second half, I'm biting your hand off because
yeah,
I think you guys are a great side. So
yeah.
for me, I'm not saying we were amazing and we deserve to win 3-1 or whatever. I'm just saying we've come to this game. You had a clear cut chance in the first half. Obviously the goal as well, but that went in. And then you had another clear cut chance in the second half. Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking in that second half, I'm thinking Saka's that's the only chance you've had in terms where I've gone raw. They should have scored that. And then we've actually done the game plan where we've got Garnacho through and we scored, and I'm celebrating that we've won. Now, at United at this stage where we've not started the season great, we've not got our midfield partner with Casemiro, although I thought Ericsson was great, and we lost Varane, who I think is a great loss, and obviously Luke Shaw. Yeah. Now, for me, at that stage, as I'm judging it on Sunday afternoon, once Garnacho went through, covering all of that context, I'm saying that's the perfect away performance.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for United, like that's a great away performance, and given the
If
circumstances, like as well. And I know I know I can see that was Eric Ten Hag's game plan to like play a low block, soak up all the pressure, and obviously hit us in moments as like you man are deadly at. And obviously it would have been the perfect like, do you know what I'm saying? Because it was one of them ones. But like I'm saying for Arsenal, like in possession, I feel like the Arteta's mistake is just playing Havertz, LCM. I personally think he's a centre forward. I feel like, obviously, I don't discredit my manager because I trust that guy. So I feel like he knows what he's doing. Like, as much as us man don't see it. And obviously, things take time. Like, we're not playing as smooth as we were playing last season, bro. Like, if you met us in the first 4 games last season, this
We
game
would
would have
finish
ended like
shifting.
5-1. Do you know
Bro,
what
I
I'm
would have
saying?
cooked them.
But like this is not last season, and obviously this is not that game, innit? But like in the second half, like obviously because you mentioned about going to the Etihad and taking one chance. I think City had like one shot on target against Fulham in the first half, even though it was 1-1 or 2-1. Like some interesting shit like that. Like is no one like we're not like at our best at the beginning of the season, and obviously you guys could have taken points from us or taken all 3 points from us at like in this stage would have been perfect, but you didn't. And I feel like for us, obviously, because you said you banked us up you banked us from the league, and I also think we're going to win the league as well. Innit? But I also believe that, yeah,
Why are you laughing, Theo? Why are
I,
you
I
laughing?
have
Why are you
chest, bro.
laughing?
I got
Why are you
chest,
Get
laughing?
bro. What is it?
sure. So we'll get you back on for
Fam, don't
sure, man.
worry, you can get me still. But I'm saying, yeah, like at the end of the day, at the end of the
Let me
day, yeah, I'm saying like
go on.
based on the expectation we have for Arsenal, I'm saying all of us as football fans, we expected Arsenal to give us a better performance at home with the players that we have and the way we play, where we are in our process, etc., etc. And our expectations for Man United, like based on what we've seen this season, and like last season was good, but like you didn't score that many goals in it. End of the day, like it's. Yeah, like you would want the smash and grab. Like, I wouldn't. Like, I can't lie. Like, if we go to Old Trafford, yeah, I don't want to smash and grab. I want us to go
Yeah, I
and
don't.
dominate the game
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
win.
yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I
Nah,
wouldn't take a smash and grab. You take a win, bro. It's about winning the league. But I'm saying
yeah.
like what I want. Like right now, I'm not too bothered about the performances that Arsenal's giving me because fam, we got 10 out of 12 points. Like
See, I'm bothered.
it could be worse. It could. We
I
could
want to
have.
touch on that. I want to
Was it?
touch
Go
on
See,
that.
on, go on, Mo.
I'm bothered about them performances. I'll be real.
No, but like
Because
you're okay. But why are you worried, bro?
the stuff I'm seeing, I don't like what I'm seeing, bro.
Was it?
Like, the stuff I'm seeing, I don't like. So there's certain ways we're playing, there's certain patterns we had last season. I'm not seeing that.
But
However,
like we don't have the same players as last season.
yeah,
Like
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm waiting. So now Zinchenko came back
yeah,
yesterday. He came back on Sunday.
yeah.
I'm seeing the patterns.
That's what I'm saying.
Seeing
Like,
it.
that's what, but it makes you feel it. Sorry, go on.
However, the way we've been playing, like I feel like everything's so slow, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
I,
it's different when we have like Rice in the six compared to having Party in the six and having not a fit Jesus in the nine from the jump and the impact he can do and what he can bring to the game, as well as having Xhaka there, who's been playing for Arsenal for like 5, 6, 7 years, who knows the players, has a
yeah,
relationship with players. Like, fam, things are different. You know where men are gonna be. You play things in one touch, two touch. You don't have to really look in it. It's different. Like we have new players and we have personally, like, I don't get onto Havertz here, but we have Havertz who you can tell man has no confidence right now. Like his thing is finished. So
So
I,
what's that?
Just-
What go on? So what's that? What do you think's going on there then in terms of
I,
Kai
I,
Havertz?
I
Like
feel like him as a person, I can tell he's one of those guys that like you know how if for example, yeah, you have a family in it and you have one kid that you have to be. No, but I'm just
What?
saying no,
yeah,
but I'm just saying no, but I'm not saying I'm not okay. I'll get to it in a minute. I'm just saying that like
Go
I'm
on,
watching
go on, go on.
Arteta right
I,
now. I'm
I
watching
can tell
Arteta
you,
speak.
I can tell you that this guy's confidence has been dead like for like 1, 2 years, innit? And obviously he's come to Arsenal. Obviously he's a different kind of environment than Chelsea, innit? Like we're a way better club. No disrespect, like in terms of the family aspect, in terms of the fans and
And
all
it's
this
still
kind of.
not working, by the way.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, obviously it's fine, innit? Obviously everyone has their opinion, bro. You can have your agenda. I don't build agendas against my own players, innit? I just want my team to win, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There's some players I won't want in my club, but if you're here for the season, I support you, innit? When you're like, I'll critique you when I critique you, but I'm not saying like, I'm gonna bash you, bro. Because at the end of the day, most Arsenal fans take the agenda of Havertz because other fans have the agenda of Havertz, and obviously he's played dead. If Havertz has, like, if no fans came and said, "Oh wow, do you spend 65 million on Havertz?" and this guy's been dead, yeah, I'm not saying we won't have our own pressures on him, but I'm just saying we won't pile up on him so much because you'll give him more time. Yes, don't get, huh?
He's jazz, man.
No, I'm not saying that he's not playing dead, innit? I'm just saying, like, I
No,
can tell, even if,
I'm not.
like, there's no reason, like, fam, like, football's interesting, innit? Because we all have eyes, we all know what we're watching, innit? But, like, the same way that I was convinced, yeah, that, fam, why is Granit Xhaka playing for my team for years? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he wasn't a good player. I was like, fam, it doesn't work, da. And my man Arteta comes in and gives, and I see what Xhaka done last season, and I'm astonished. I'm like, rah, this is what my man's on. But then it makes sense because he's a good player, innit? Like it's like I'm not saying Havertz is gonna come and just do a madness in 1, 2 years or this season. I'm just saying like He's clearly a good player, that fam, from when he was young at Leverkusen and why Chelsea paid with that peas, innit? He hasn't developed as right as he should, but he's only 24 years old, bro. Like, yeah, maybe there's not a clear position for him. There's not a clear role. He's not playing well. In fact, when man's missing shots like 5 yards out and he's the ball, like he's actually had a good touch and he's missed the ball, that's confidence. You can't even call a man dead, fam, because let's be real. All of us, I'm pretty sure all of us play ball. None of us are gonna like miss the ball like that, fam. None of us are pros, bro. You man train every day. Like, you have to be serious with how you look at things. I'm not saying that it's like, oh, give him time because fam, we spent peas on him, innit? I'm just saying he's probably one of those characters that need to be hugged and that. That's why Arteta's coming out and giving press conferences every time he can because clearly he knows what the player needs, innit? Like whether it works, let's see. I'm just saying, like I don't like to be too quick.
No.
How long until like we'll see in it? Like,
Okay,
I want to know.
okay. So for example, innit, there's a lot of people that are probably on the Grealish train, lashing Grealish first season, innit? Like man, them that don't really know ball. And let's be serious, Grealish is one of the best footballers in the world, fam. Let's be serious. But man, them will bash him because
He's not.
it's your opinion. It's okay. Like I'm just saying, yeah. Like because he got bought for 100 million, he got bought to a Man City team that was already one of the best teams in the world. Like man, them are gonna critique him even more. But I'm saying, like the last season he had, obviously each to their own. Innit? Man can say he had a dead season. But I feel like he had a very good season for Man City. And you can see that he was a pivotal player.
Yeah.
Treble winning side. Like he's a good player, bro. This is a guy that's come from Aston Villa. Like you have to realize that like sometimes some players are gonna come in like Rice in our team and hit straight away. Some man are gonna take their time. I remember last year most of the Arsenal fan base, maybe Moey included, were bashing Fabio Vieira. Now man, them are licking his ass, fam, because he's playing well. Like for me, I've always stated that
he's okay.
No, but man, them are now calling for him to start, and that man, them are
because Havertz stinks.
No, but I'm saying
So wait.
It's not because he's from.
So wait.
Go on.
So okay, you would rather him up top? You're saying?
Yeah, I believe that Havertz's best position and what he could like evolve to be the best in is a centre forward, like a false nine.
So wait. So given you've said centre forward, can you kind of try to explain to me the point of the signing in the summer then?
Yeah.
Like I think Arteta, like whenever I've seen Arteta talk about Havertz, the main thing he always says is goals, isn't it? Like he's always like
goals. I've seen his goal record.
Wait. Let him land. Let him land. Wait. Let him land. I'll come to you, Moey. I'll come to you.
You don't have to shout at me, innit? I'm just reiterating what I'm saying, innit? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying like, goals.
No, I'm saying that like the reason why he's saying that is because his movement, like something like sometimes you have to watch ball. His movement is elite, innit? Like I can't lie, it's actually mad. But the problem with him.
Yeah. Go on.
No, his movement is actually elite, innit? Like it's just funny because these things will age and that. Yeah, you can come and clip me and come back and I'll laugh in my face when it's old, innit? Like his movement is elite. Yeah, he's 6'4". His aerial threat is quite good, innit? The problem with him is just that like sometimes I feel like Arteta is trying to morph him into that player that can do the false nine thing, but also be the threat. That's someone that you can go long to, someone who can hold up the ball, and someone that you can hit back post because we need to score different type of goals. Like we can't just always score the kind of goals that we score in it. And end of the day, that's what he sees. Whether that happens, that's a different question. I'm not a prophet, bro. Like, I can't tell you the future. All I can tell you is that what man's visions are, innit?
What are your eyes showing you right now?
Like obviously, I went to watch the Community Shield game, innit? Like live, innit? And obviously, I'm not saying he balled out. Defo, he played better than Haaland that game. He defo gave us a different element, and he missed 2 clear-cut chances, innit? Like that he should score, but he had 2 clear-cut chances. Like the same way, like man, them cost Nunes and even Jackson at Chelsea. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Some of these men have clanky finishing, but they get into the positions to score. Give them enough time, and if they can compose themselves, fam, they'll put these chances away.
So you see it as another option up top, yeah?
Yeah, because I feel like what Arteta wants is a flexible team where, like for example, I feel like we didn't sign a Saka backup because he's probably going to use Jesus there, like when Saka don't play.
So why? What do you think? What do you think the idea behind the playing in centre mid is then? Considering it's not worked so far.
So I feel like his ideology is trying to put basically him as a second striker. Like he's basically leaving Rice as a lone 6, and we're basically playing 2 SSs in it. Like Havertz don't come in the first phase of build up. You barely see him there. You don't see him in the second phase.
He's not
see him in the first phase. You know what I'm saying? So like a midfielder by trade is a creator. I don't need to get into this, innit? So, do you know what I'm saying? He's not doing a midfielder's job.
Yeah, he's not
Like,
playing midfield.
it's not banging because obviously, fam, we've changed so much elements of our team. It's not fluid yet. Like, it's expected.
So Moey,
We haven't
I
changed
feel
that much though.
no, but I feel like the
No,
other
it has.
end of the I feel like the other end of the coin with Moey, yeah, is that you don't see no place for him.
Yeah, what in the starting lineup?
Yeah.
No, in the squad in general, because whether he's in the starting lineup or not, he's gonna
Well,
play at
first
some
off,
point in one position or the other, innit?
the starting lineup, no chance. There's no time I can go into a football match at Arsenal. I think he should start up top instead of Jesus and Keita. There's no time for him to play on the wings.
Yeah, I
There's,
agree. I don't think he should
there's,
start right now. I personally wouldn't
there's,
start him, innit? I wouldn't. I put him on the bench. Like, I would.
I think the difference is KP is that I think you see him starting though in the future. Like I think you see there's a space for him.
Where?
No, I feel like Arteta knows what he wants to do with him. It's just it hasn't clicked. Like if it had clicked now and 4 games in, and even if people don't like Havertz, there's no way 4 games if Havertz came and he had 4 great performances. 3 years of agenda is gonna go in 4 games. Like man, will still say, let's see what he does. He's just a fluke. It's just a. Do you know what I mean? He's an Arsenal. Anyone could come in Arsenal's team and easily bust. Everyone will say so many things. So it's easy to say that. Like, but I feel like he's trying to integrate him and build those relationships with certain players. It's not banging right now, or it's not as smooth in it. It's not nice to see on the eye. But we're all basing that on what we saw last season. Like, but say we didn't have last season's sample size, things can be different. Like, but I'm not trying to be all those ifs and buts guys. I'm just trying to say, like, end of the day, 4 games is in a new team. It's small, bro. Like, man, it's too small of a sample size. It's the same way you man have Mount. It's the same thing with Mount and you, man. I'm not gonna obviously Mount gonna play 2 games or 1 game. I'm not gonna judge him, fam. Relax. Like,
No,
fam.
I hear that. I hear that, but I think the difference with Mount, is that you can clearly see the opening for Mason Mount at Man United.
Yeah, I play well. I can't see it.
Let's be real serious right now. If Kobe was fit, I'm rising that team. Mount is not starting no games for United.
No. I'm not. No, bro. I completely agree with you. I'm not arguing that whatsoever.
I don't.
But
that's your opinion, but I know for a fact Kobe.
No. I was referring to Sanch saying he agrees. I just had to make it clear that I don't.
No. I agree with you in terms of if I was picking my team and Kobe was available and Amrabat was available, would I be starting Mason Mount? I won't. But I'm not the gaffer, bro. I'm saying Eric Ten Hag, when we have all them players fit, I still see Eric Ten Hag playing Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno.
But
that's why I'm saying there's a clear opening for Mason Mount in the Man United side.
But there's a clear opening for Havertz, clearly. Whether we us fans don't like it. You're saying man. No, but I'm saying in centre forward or clearly left centre mid. Whether we like it or not is a different question. But man started 4 games, bro. Like you can't say there's not a clear start. Like you know what I'm saying, he hasn't been dropped.
Yeah, fair.
But one thing you have to realize. But one thing you have to realize as well, fam, Jesus and Zinchenko have just come back now, innit? So our main starting left back and centre forward are going to be in a team. After the international break now, I think is it champs straight away in that midweek? Yeah. Obviously, we have a easier group inverted commas than maybe you guys, innit? Or I don't know what your first picture is. But
what you saying? The table.
But but I'm saying I know our first game after the Champions League game is Spurs at home, so that's a big game, innit? Like we can't do the whole rotate your full 11 for Champions League anymore. Like we have to.
But bro, do you know what doesn't make sense to me? Even if we rotate our whole team, Havertz doesn't start.
No, but that's in your starting 11, not in.
What do you mean your starting? Okay. Obviously,
no, but I'm saying for example,
what's your eyes showing you then? What's your eyes showing you?
No,
I'm forget about Arteta. I can't tell you what Arteta's gonna do.
Yeah, trust.
Yeah,
no, but I would.
What you think? Don't tell me what the gaffer thinks, bro. That's a cop out, bro. That's a cop out. You saying what Arteta's gonna do is a cop out, bro. And that's what everyone's doing with Havertz right now. Your eyes are showing you something, and you're saying,
why are you upset, bro? Calm down.
No, I'm not upset.
No, bro, it's down in that, bro. We're on the same team, bro. We're teammates. We're on the same team.
I sat here for like 15, 20 minutes to hear you in it. Because the first thing I said to you, and I said to you the other day, I said, you know what? And I said this to Sanch, I said, you know what? I'm going to hear the Havertz people saying this out in it. Because I'm going to give him time. because you're right. Too many fans get onto players too quick, and like it doesn't make sense. Give them time, new system, new everything here. But bro, sometimes your eyes are not lying to you, bro. Sometimes you
No,
can just see it's not
I
making sense.
no, I
They can
agree.
give it time.
I
You can
said
do what you
personally,
want.
yeah.
It's not making sense.
I said personally, if I was picking the team, I wouldn't start Havertz, innit? I'm not
Exactly.
saying
That's what I
like
want to hear. I don't want to hear
no, but
what Arteta's gonna do.
I said that like 10 minutes ago, bro. But obviously,
No, no, no.
obviously
Because
say
the
it
way
right.
you're doing
I said
you're
personally,
fence. You're sitting on the fence, bro.
no, bro. It's about but bro's football. Like, depends on how you look at football. Innit? I'm just saying I can understand what my manager's doing. I can also have my preference in it. Like I don't have to always be so reactive and angry based on what's happening because your anger and your elation and whatever is not going to change what's going to happen on the pitch. So you can either choose to try to understand it and then try to see how, you know what I'm saying, or you can just be angry in it. That's your choice. Like I'm very calm, like in general. But I'm saying like I personally wouldn't start Havertz. I'll start Vieira or ESR in that left hand space. But like fam, that's my like fam. I can't tell. I'm not gonna call
Okay.
Arteta right now and tell him to do that, fam. He's not gonna do
Exactly.
it. He might do
Okay,
it.
Kevin. Kevin. So in the left centre mid position, there's two men you'd rather play instead of Havertz. Okay, right? Calm. Now let's go to centre forward. How many men in that centre forward position are playing, in your opinion, not Arteta's, not Arteta's over Havertz?
It depends on the game, but you're gonna
No,
say
no,
I'm
no, don't put me pen in the game,
no,
bro.
no, but you're gonna say no. I'm saying
That's calm,
no,
though.
no, no.
Bobby,
I'm
that's
saying
calm.
Having the Ketia.
no. Hear me out. No, hear me.
calm.
No, hear me out. Gabby Jesus is always gonna be my starting number 9, isn't it? Like, that's my
Okay,
first guy, first
so
choice.
you just
And obviously, I personally love Eddie, innit? But I'm saying,
okay.
I
Why the hell is
believe.
my man I'm a football? In his
No, but
best
then,
two positions,
no,
you don't even have a look in. In your opinion.
I'm gonna let you cook here, but I'm saying you can ask me situational questions to try to catch me up. But I'm just saying, end of the day, like I know Havertz will get used when we go away at Old Trafford, when we go to Etihad, when we go to Anfield, when we go to St James's Park. He's gonna start 9, and you can bet me peas if you want me to. He'll definitely start 9. When we
And
go to all the three,
our team significant, our chance of winning them games significantly decreased.
then and let's see. And if we win those games, I hope we both
Calm.
get on this podcast.
You can wheel up this thing. If he starts number 9 against them teams, our chances of winning significantly decreased.
And if we do win, then
I put my hands up. You can send me this video. You send me that video.
Cool.
But your eyes are showing me something. Man said there's two men in the same position that you just said ahead of him. Why is he at the club? My buy's 5 million for what?
Quickly,
If you want a gaffer.
So
quickly, wait, Sanch. I just want to say one thing, innit? Like, this is just my opinion, innit? Obviously, I'm under the impression that, obviously, at this stage of the season, results matter more than performances. Facts. Did you get what I'm trying to say? But I'll be honest, at the same time, having said that, off the back of last season, and I do know that you have changed personnel. I'm not naive to that fact. I'll be honest, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be a bit worried. Just saying, innit? Listen, we could go 15 games in, yeah, and you lot could still be soaring. And I'll be like, yo, fair enough, innit? But right now, where I stand, yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's a good look, innit?
yeah. But I'm saying I
Just my
agree with everything you're saying, yeah. But like knowing my club, yeah, and obviously forget even just in terms of all of the transfers and obviously different players, we're in third gear. Like we're not sharp. Like, and obviously, and there's factors that injuries like Zinchenko and Jesus come back into the starting lineup, and obviously Rice settling in and all these kind of things will help our fluidity in attack be even better in it. So I don't need to be worried about that. But I would be more worried if we picked up. Let's say we drew this game and I think we have like 7 points. Yeah, red flag. But we got 10 out of 12. Like we haven't played our best. Like this is Arsenal we're talking about. The same Arsenal that probably 2 years ago you were laughing and bantering and probably doing all that stuff in it. That fam, we're talking about Arsenal not playing well and we got 10 out of 12 points. We're going into
different standards now, though. It's different standards.
No, I know,
it's
but I'm
off the
saying
basis.
like I also like no like but we can also argue, yeah, fam. Man City haven't played 4 of the best games. Yeah, they won 5-1 yesterday. They didn't play good. But like to City standard, but they've collected the points, bro. That's what the top teams do. You collect the points at the beginning as you start to warm up. When you get warm, mid-season is calm. Last season we started hot and we burnt out too quick. Now we're starting cold or lukewarm. Hey, don't worry, we'll get warm at the right time. Don't worry about us, bro. Your team, you're not finishing top 4. So don't come and be looking at my thing. Don't worry about United, bro. You're there looking at other guys. Spurs and Brighton are your mates, you know. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at these people. I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, if I was a United fan, oh Lord. Johnny Evans and Maguire? Jesus Christ. You man, good luck in it.
That's
Wait.
that's
Given,
the
okay.
having tapes, innit? Because at the end of the day, you're sitting with a smug face talking about you're winning the league. I'm sitting here thinking you're going to be competing with us.
Let me
Top.
okay. So
So,
where do you let me ask you a question, T4. Where do you think United's finishing this season?
what this season?
Yeah. Like before the season started, not based on your adjustments at this first four game. Where do you think United's gonna finish? Yeah, look at the smile now. Look at you know what I'm saying? Where do you think you man are
Hey,
finishing still?
hey, listen. All I got to say is you're not meant to make predictions before the transfer window closes.
Oh, look at this politician. Well
No,
played.
but
I should
wait,
take that man.
no, but wait.
Look at now,
The
now.
the the the, the transfer window is closed now.
Yeah,
Make
there you go.
a prediction now. Go on.
So I believe we're going to finish third.
So who's
Alright,
gonna finish
so
first?
do you still believe that right now? Yeah.
Yeah, right now, I still believe that we have so much players coming back that's gonna, we're gonna be like we're just gonna drag it on. But basically, I feel like we still have a lot of facets in our game that's gonna allow us to pick up points. Even last season, where we were terrible in some games, we're still amongst it, and we've strengthened our team. Other teams have strengthened, yeah, 100%. But I believe in the places that we strengthen is gonna help us. For example, goal scorer like Hoyland.
Oh yeah, that guy is a
He
bad.
scored
Like,
9 league
I
goals.
agree. I agree with you, but
I don't really think he's a goal scorer. I don't think he
no.
scores a goal
Nah.
scorer.
I can't lie.
You can't call him a
I
goal
think
scorer.
personally, I know
Bam.
he's one of them guys that I think he's on a level like soon enough. Obviously, when he gets set on the league, him and Evan Ferguson. Do you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be there,
He-
isn't it?
Hey! All I
You
need to
can't
say,
call him a goal scorer though.
bro,
No,
if
no,
you
I
Nine
want,
don't.
goals.
But one
No.
thing, this
can I jig your memory? Because you keep saying 9 league goals. Are you saying that it was with 20 league starts? Are you saying that or not? But
what
I don't
who?
even care about that anyways.
What who?
That's not all I know personally, and Sanch knows is that I said my man is the truth
No.
before we were.
I'm an
So I
Arsenal
don't
fan, bro.
mind.
Like, I don't know about Moyes, but I know that he's the truth as well in it personally. Like I watched him enough. I watch ball in it. Like, hey, I know what I see. But I'm saying
We move.
I won't judge him based on this season. This is what I'm saying. I'm not one of those fans that come like, fam. I know, fam, the price tag. Arsenal fans because they want to compare it. Like, man, I'm getting them to have it. I don't do all that shit, bro. Like, fam,
No.
that man's gonna.
It's
He's probably not gonna have the season we think he's gonna have in it. It's his first season. He's gonna come to the Premier. He hasn't had a preseason as well in it, so it's okay. He's gonna go jump into the champs. He probably might not get mad goals. He might do. He might not do. Hey, next season when he's settled, hey, we're gonna see a player still. Like you have to understand, bro. I'm not football. I don't look at. I don't do the agenda thing. Still, man. Look,
that's
man,
my man.
look cool.
Yeah, that's my man over
No,
there.
that's
But
fine too.
Well,
But like I'm
agenda.
saying with you, but to go back to the other point, like, I just want to ask you a question, innit? Since you think you're gonna finish third, yeah. So
yeah,
do you think right now you're a better team than Liverpool?
no, not right now.
Okay, do you think you're a better footballing team than Brighton?
That's a
But
stupid question though, bro.
last
You
season,
can't say
No.
footballing.
Like obviously, yeah,
What
you
does that
finished.
mean? Because
I
they
can't
play
lie.
better
If
football.
If certain results went their way, Brighton could have snuck into that top four. You know, they
but it
finished fifth.
didn't though.
No, I know. But I'm saying if I was to
But
judge my basis on who I feel like obviously will have a better season as it looks right now, Brighton are a better team than you, man. I would rather like. Do you know what I'm saying I pay any day to watch Brighton than Man United.
no,
Like
but
I would say,
as a neutral.
I would
I
say
know.
any day to
Yeah.
Brighton, any team in the league though.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that means that
No,
it's
no,
going
no,
to
no,
equate
no.
to them. I'm not saying it's going to equate to them therefore finishing top four. I'm saying if I look at their striker, he's a bad boy. He can therefore get goals. Do you have a bad boy striker in it? I look at their team and their system and their coach. To me personally, he's the third best coach in the league. Like, fam, they can easily like, fam, like in terms of like when they play other teams that are around them, I feel like they smoke them. If it comes in terms of that playing the big boys, maybe that's where they drop their points, innit? Like with you, man, you're definitely not winning away from home against the big boys. We know that's for free in it, so you can just accept that those points as lost. Old Trafford, yeah, you'll collect all the points you want to, innit? But like, I don't rate you man more than them. Spurs don't have Champions League or any Europe. They're looking warm. Obviously, they might cool off, but they're looking warm. Like teams are looking more warm than you, man. Obviously, yeah, 4 games.
Game, games in.
But the same 4 games in, you ask me, should I be worried as an Arsenal fan, bro? You got to make it. You got to make it work, bro. You
Yeah,
can't.
but that was off the back of last season. I even
No,
said that.
but bro, it's the back of last season as well. You man finished third, and you man are now. I don't know what position you man are in. You're not warm. Like you know what I'm saying, like we can go the same way. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna judge you man after 4 games because I don't like these games. Don't make me. I'm not the reason why I think you man are dead. Like, I think you man are dead from last season, innit? Like you know what I'm saying. But like these 4 games are not gonna make me judge Arsenal. Like fam, Man City, like fam, Chelsea, like fam, their teams are dead, bro. Like Newcastle are like in the bottom half, fam. They've won 1 game. Are we gonna say they're finished now? They're gonna go on relegation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Newcastle are going to be in trouble though.
no, I don't think they're going to be in trouble. I just don't think they're going to finish in the top four.
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
might
that
have
was
a good champs running though. But
that group is crazy.
but what like in terms of like so you man, yeah, who would you man start like after international break? Everyone's fit. Obviously, you have a lot of injuries in it, but like, what would be your ideal starting lineup if you could get everyone fit?
I would start Onana, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Leacher, Shaw, and I'll be honest, we have midfield options now, so it kind of depends the game. But if we're talking about the
Your
top six
strongest,
game,
like say you're facing your like Man City, for example. What midfield three
yes,
you going?
I'm starting Amrabat, Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount in one of the wing positions, Rashford, um, Højlund, and Bruno.
Okay, yeah, first. How comes you wouldn't start uh any of the wingers like Ahmad if he was fit? Ahmad, hey, I can't lie. Ahmad's
Or
fit.
maybe
Starting
him,
in Man
the
United
other,
team.
the other left, the other right
He's
winger
starting in
wasn't
Man
fit.
United team still.
I would.
It's a disgrace.
The
That guy.
funniest thing is with our wing options, it's kind of mad, isn't it? Because they all offer different things, in it, really and truly. Like, if you're a football fan and you can't have that conversation, then it is what it is, isn't it?
So
Cannot
wait, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
when
Can
I
I ask you a
finish.
question?
When I
Go on,
finish,
go on, go on, go on, go on. When you finish, ask your question. That's how I
cannot.
ask.
Garnacho from the bench, he's more effective.
I
Um,
agree with you.
At this
and
age, yeah.
And
Sancho, he's only. I think off the bench, he'll show you a little bit of signs, but he's not consistent in the game. I can't lie. Sancho's career is looking like it's going downhill. And I don't know if we have time. We can touch on the events that occurred yesterday.
Mm.
And he helps us in possession. People might want
Anthony,
to.
Anthony's
People
dead.
might want to deny it or say
No,
that he's a.
his ball retention is very high, but he's dead. Like
Bro,
and his pressing is very good as well. Like, I'll
the
give you those
first
two
thing,
things.
bro, if the first thing you're saying,
Haven't even finished,
and
by the way.
he's a right
Go on.
winger for Man. Okay, sorry, go on, go on, go on, go on.
You hate him so much, innit? Like I
No,
don't.
no, I don't hate him.
Alright,
What?
cool.
Go on,
My
I'm
point.
saying.
Go on.
What? I can go.
Yeah, go on.
So you see Anthony, yeah. Like me as a football fan and somebody who's not saying I'm the best player in the world, and I'm played wing here. What coaches always told me about wing playing is separation. You can call separation with movement or on the ball dribbling. And Anthony is one of the worst wingers I've ever seen above. He doesn't create no separation. Anthony, if I was a left back or a full back and I came up to Anthony, yeah, or any of these fullbacks, yeah, it's the easiest game you'll ever play, bro. Yesterday on Sunday, I seen it. Zinchenko, he he he's he's got like half a yard on Zinchenko, and Zinchenko is cool. As a winger for Man United, and you guys have grown up with Giggs, Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? These kind of explosive, fast, dynamic wingers. And Anthony is the complete opposite of that. Every time, whenever the ball will go on Anthony's side, I'll be like, yeah, that's calm. Because do you know what I know he's gonna do? Especially in the way you guys are playing with a counter attack. You're playing with a low block and you hit people on a counter attack in these big games. You have Anthony on one of them wings. Whenever the ball will go on Anthony's side, I'll say the guy's calm. Like I was chilling. Because I knew all he's gonna do is get the ball, cut backwards, not even cut inside. You see what Saka does? You see when Saka does that thing here, where he drops his shoulder, he comes inside, he puts his body in front, and then he leans into the middle of the field. Saka will do that. Anthony doesn't have that in him. So what he'll do, he'll cut backwards. Then he passes it back to the left back. As a fullback, it's the greatest thing you can do for me, bro. You're not threatening me behind. You're not threatening me on the ball. You're not threatening me with movement. I'm chilling. Zinchenko had the easiest job at the Emirates yesterday. And you know why? What also helped the game change? The game change is the fact that Zinchenko was able to realize. Do you know why Zinchenko was playing at basically right wing? Because he knows the guy he's going up against is air. Do you see when it was Ben White? Ben White's pressure. Ben White's pressure. I didn't see Ben White overlap once. I seen it overlap maybe once or twice because he knows the guy that's on my wing. That's a problem. And because of that, United in big games and even against lesser teams, you play lopsided. You play lopsided. Your attacks have to go in one way. Because the guy on the other side ain't offering you anything. So until that changes, Man United, offensively, you're so easy to defend, bro. You're easy to defend because especially in big games. What I know is happening against big games, you become a one-trick pony where it's like it has to be Rashford. So in that whole game, when I was watching your game, maybe with Holland, the striker you bought, it could change, innit? But I was watching that game, I was thinking, anytime anyone but Rashford got the ball, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. And I know that's for you United fans as well. When Rashford will make a run, or Rashford will get the ball, or Rashford's one-on-one, you stand up. You come close to the TV, right? Your eyes are not lying to you, bro. When Anthony gets the ball, the feeling in your heart is not the same. When Anthony gets the ball, you're chilling, bro. When Anthony gets the ball, do you expect anything to happen? Be honest, United fans. Like you see when a certain players get on the ball, like Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard. When they get on the ball, you stand up. You feel a little something inside your stomach. Like something could happen here. When Rashford got that ball on that wing against Ben White, the way the press shot that was on me, yeah, man was staring at the TV like that, bro. Because I knew, hey, something could happen here. Anthony gets the ball, I'm cooling, bro. Anthony gets the ball, I'm cooling, bro. On my mum's life, yeah, I'm like, it's like nothing happens. Like,
and I even agree. I even agree with
until
Moey.
you guys,
I even agree with Moey. I
fix.
checked the average positions for Martinelli in the game, innit? And his team was the highest in Arsenal. That means he didn't drop back and didn't double team. That means
it doesn't have to.
No threat still.
And did you realise Martinelli had his best game of the season against Man United today? He had the best game of the season. He was most effective. He wasn't at his peak level, but he played.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And you see Saka on the other side, he struggled. Not that Dallo didn't play well.
Dallo strapped Saka still.
He strapped him up. But bro, it's easier to do that when you're not getting single coverage, bro. Do you get me? So
Rashford was definitely double teaming on Saka at every single point, and I liked it still. It's what you should do. It's not like it's
helping out.
Because Rashford normally is a bit lazy defending, right? He doesn't normally drop back.
He helped him, bro.
I was surprised when I seen him. So I was like, rah.
Ben White's not overlapping, bro. Ben White is not overlapping, bro. Ben White. That's the first time I see Ben White play like.
But I think it was the instructions because obviously Rashford.
Do you get it, bro? Do you get it?
Listen, Moey. I don't normally tend to agree with you. Yeah. No, wait, listen. I don't normally tend to agree with Moey, yeah, but I can only end it on that note because I thought everything you said was spot on. And I'm not gonna be shameless. I'm not gonna be shameless enough to try a clap back. Do you get it? So I will end it. I will end it on that note. I'll clip that up. Go on. Before I wrap it up.
Me personally, I'm still giving him time.
No, bro. No, bro. No, like KP, he's giving Havertz time. I'm not saying I'm not gonna give him time. He's gonna play pretty much every week. No.
I know we need to wrap up. The difference is though, yes, Anthony has been poor in a lot of games, yeah, but I've seen signs. I've actually seen him do good things. Yes, he scored against you guys. He scored against City. I've seen you can shake your heads, but we're not rewriting history. I've seen him do good things. Like what? Have you not? The goal against you wasn't good. Hold on.
Goals. If I'm looking at my winger, and the only thing I can say he's been at Yank for a year, right? And the only thing you can say is a counter-attack goal against Arsenal.
No, Moey. I can't like.
Wait, let me finish.
Wait, Moey.
When it was 6-1. It was 6-1 at the Etihad. When City were at home.
Moey. It was. Bro, I agree with you, yeah, but I'm not gonna allow you to gaslight the fact that it was a counter-attacking goal. Listen. There was a clip of every single United player touching that ball before Anthony slotted that away. So I agree with you.
It wasn't a counter goal. It was poor counter pressing from us. Still, we tried to pressure you.
I'm not gonna let you.
I won't even have that. No, but I'll agree with T4. Yeah, I'll agree with T4.
One goal.
No. I can't like. There's been a couple times. Anthony's wrapped it top bins, left foot, or he's hit the
Do you get
crossbar.
it?
Like I'm saying, I'm not gonna be.
Pepe
Like,
did
I'm
that
one
for
of them guys, but
by the
I'm
way.
saying personally, like I feel like obviously he's a good player for him. He can keep the ball. He's Brazilian. He can clearly do your 1-2 skill. He definitely has a sweet left foot in it. Like
Effective.
he's a young boy. It's not like he's old yet. He's not the finished product yet. Like I'm saying, we can't just get on him. Like he's like 21, 22. Like he's still young, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like I can see these things, but two things I'll say is a problem for me with him. Like different. You don't have pace. Like
Yeah.
actually
No,
don't
no,
have
he
He's
pace.
does.
separated a bit.
He does.
No,
He just
no,
doesn't
I'm saying
use it.
no, I'm saying that he's not explosive. Maybe he's
Nah,
fast,
he ain't got
but
that.
he's not
Yeah,
explosive. So in terms of
he ain't
okay,
got
maybe
that, man.
when he does dead the ball, he can't just do that Mbappe, Leao, Saka, Martinelli, just beat a man again and just
Boom.
get pace and accelerate. That's one thing. He doesn't really go on his right foot. Obviously, I've seen this season he's tried to go a bit more, but he doesn't really use his right foot. I don't know if he has one or whatever. But it's easy to
Doesn't
defend.
happen.
And on top
Easy
of
to
that, like
defend.
he's not tall in it. So you're not fast. You're not using both feet, and you're not tall. So like the ball, like you can be easily shepherded
Just
out of the game.
nullified, like
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. And that's
Zinchenko
what
had
like
an
my
easy
problem
stop at the
is
Emirates.
with him. Yeah, is that like you can look at potential players, yeah, but you got to know what their limit is in it. Like it's easy to profile players when you can see their limitations. That's why I say someone like Martinelli, man, them can cuss him and say, "Oh, man, dribbles looking down," and da 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 da. But bro, if you look at man's
Cooking.
like when man's ceiling, if he can get like he can follow where he should go, like it's way higher in it. So it's like how you can judge them is different. Like don't get me wrong, Anthony will do good things for you this season. Like I'm saying, I personally, even though I don't even think Ahmad is a right winger, put Ahmad in right wing for you, man, and you'll see some smoky stuff still. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, boys. I don't necessarily disagree still, but yeah, I think we'll end it there. Still, I just want to say thank you for jumping on. Obviously, um, it's been interesting. Obviously, some disagreements and that, and
Yeah,
obviously in future, you both of you will jump on again. Hopefully, by the end of the season, KP, we'll see if your team came true.
yeah, man.
I don't get. I agree with you in it, so we'll see. But yeah,
Hey,
we'll see. No.
hey, thank you for having me, man.